Is it difficult for you? I mean, most of your reviews that I've read are always positive, and that's what we do here. We want to promote the good things.
Yes.
There are things I don't like, shows I don't like.
But you can't say it.
But I don't bring it up. I just interview the people
That's
that
right.
I do like,
That is
and so it's just accentuate the positive.
Yes,
I guess.
it's a challenge, and see, I can't do what we would call honest reviews, because in order to do a review, you have to do the good and the bad.
Right.
All right. Nothing loses you credibility quicker than if everything that you do is, oh, it was great, it's the best thing, it's high energy, it's high this, it's blah 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 blah, it's the greatest thing ever, blah blah. No. Okay. If you pick up a copy of the Branson Tri Lakes News and you see that I wrote a review, if you check my my editorial and you see that I wrote a review of something, you best believe that it was fantastic.
Right.
It was absolutely fantastic. And I get it, because we're all in the same boat. Okay. We're all in the business of entertaining the people that come here to Ozark Mountain Country to spend this time with us.
Right.
And there are people that I know that I have known for 5, 10, 15 years that are in shows that I wouldn't recommend to people. And it's not that I necessarily think that it's a bad show. In some cases, it is a bad show. And a lot of times they know, this is kind of what
Those
we're
get
doing.
weeded out, though.
They
We
really
very
do.
much have, ironically, natural selection.
I mean,
here,
really.
where things get weeded out.
And that's one of the cool things with so many theaters closing. With like the Oak Ridge Boys, that theater's going away. They're moving to the Mansion. That's a theater that's been empty for 4 years, 5 years, boom. It's going to have a full lineup next year.
Right.
They're going to tear down the old Oaks Theater to put the hospital there. The Grand Palace, same thing. It's just been sitting there. It's been sold.
Yeah, we
don't
talked
know
about that yesterday.
Well, we don't know the plans specifically yet, or at least I don't know the plans specifically yet. But it's one of those things where if you don't have at least some talent, you're not going to be on stage. So everybody does something well, but on the flip side of that coin, just because you have a huge theater and a big budget and pyro and this and this and this does not mean that you have a good show.
Right.
It's like going and watching a Michael Bay movie.
Who does that?
You might get. I do.
Why do you put yourself through that?
I will. You know what? I liked Armageddon. I
liked Armageddon.
See,
but the Transformers stuff. Come
no,
on.
and that's really disappointing, especially the last one. Poor Marky
I
Mark.
couldn't even do it. I thought it was a joke. I'm pretty sure that movie was made on a dare, just like all the Twilight.
I mean,
movies.
and what I really enjoyed about that is he had no intention of coming back to direct it, and the script was so bad that no one else wanted to direct it, so he was forced to come by and direct it. But I kind of feel that way about some Branson shows. Like there are some shows, like we were talking earlier before the interview about Mike Walker. And Mike Walker has a great show. It's just Mike.
I hear that all the time.
It's Mike and a table with like wigs and puppets and props and a sound man.
Yeah.
There's some tracks. Mike does 1,000 different voices. He can sound like Conway Twitty. Dude, he sounds so much like Mike. Like I hate Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
And when I heard Mike Walker sing in his Michael Bolton voice, I wanted to choke him. So there's no greater compliment that I can give someone that does an impression of someone that I
wanted to choke
dislike.
you.
Yes, dude, you were so good. I wanted to choke the life out of you.
That's like a Hallmark card.
Yes, it really is. You're so good.
When you just said that, you took the form of like a unicorn.
Trademark.
Damn.
Yes, that's right. So, but, that's one of those cases where it's just one dude on the stage.
Yeah.
He's got some lights, not really a lot of effects or anything, but he
Well, look at all
does
the
him.
shows that came to town over the years. Your Willie Nelson, your Wayne Newtons, all of that.
Waylon, Willie, Loretta, Johnny Cash, they didn't make it in Branson.
Yeah.
And do you know why they didn't make it in Branson? Do you know why they didn't make it in Branson?
Why?
They did not do they did their road show. They did a concert. Okay. People in Branson, they don't want to see a concert. They want to. You cannot enjoy your ice cold Pepsi Cola product and your popcorn from the concession stand if you're at a concert. Now you can if you're at a show.
Yeah.
And Willie, he walked out on stage, and this is one of my favorite Branson stories. Willie walked out on stage one night. There were 19 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And right before he kicked into Whiskey River, he looked around and saw. He turned around and said, "Close the curtain. Give these people their money back. Load up the bus. We're gone."
Oh, really?
And he was gone. He was
Yeah.
done. And that's a lot. They want to see shows, and that's why Shoji's been here so long. Dude, when Gilly first came here, Gilly's first 2 years, he had his girls, the Urbanettes, who he still had this last year. But the Urbanettes would do the first half of the show. They would come out, and one of the girls would do a couple songs, and then the other girl would do a couple songs, and they'd do a couple together, take an intermission, and then Gilly would come out. people were upset. People
Yeah.
wanted to see Gilly. So Gilly completely and totally changed the format. He did 2 hours. In 93, got Joey Riley to come on as comedian.
Yeah.
And just went to the top. So you never, it's just like in the outside world. You know, you could have all the intangibles of a great Hollywood movie or story, actor, script, director, all that stuff. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
You know?
I had that happen. My first year here, I was so busy and so intent on putting the show together. I brought the show I was doing in New York at the time. And I had this show. I knew it worked. I had done it thousands of times. And then the second year, I started going to other shows. And I went to Mickey Gillies. Saw Joey Riley. I went to Legends. And I learned what people wanted was that connection. They liked feeling like they were like you were just one of them up there performing. And so I changed it. And it was just little things that I picked up, like at Clay Cooper's and stuff, of just yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, talking to somebody. People would talk back to you. I thought that was weird the first year. And once you do that and realize that that's what people expect, it changed everything.
Yep.
It changed it all. And so now my whole show is just interacting with the audience.
And you know what? Look at, you brought up a great point with Clay Cooper. All right. Clay told me, he's like, I'm not the best bass player in the world. I'm not the best singer in the world. He said, I want to be the best entertainer in the world.
That's what I say at the end of my show.
And that,
I say, I hope I amazed you. I hope I amused you. But most of all, I hope I entertained you.
And that's it, man. And that's what it's all about. Like this whole program right here, like we can be just babbling on about whatever, but as long as whoever's watching is entertained, then that's, I mean, we're entertained.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're entertaining, but we're
Of course
definitely
we are.
entertained. Of course we are. But especially with Clay, going through and picking out people in the audience and being able to remember 3 or 4 different names and where these people are from and keep that running gag through the whole show. I mean, that's really cool. And those touches are what, like, there's a reason why Gilly stayed and signed autographs after every show. There's a reason why when Bob Cannella brings in up-close acts, when not Trace Atkins, that's a bad example, when Peter Noon comes in, when Pam Tillis comes in, these people sign autographs after the show.
Or they go out and get on the buses,
right.
Tim Haygood. And
Right.
I was kidding.
But they do, like, and it's written into their contract, because when people come to see a show in Branson, they want to feel like they're a part of it. They want to feel like, because they feel a sense of ownership. We started coming here when there was only 2 theaters on that strip, and it was the Ball Knobbers and the Presley and nothing else.
Yeah, we've had entertainers that I've worked with that want to brag about all their accomplishments, and I did this, and I won this, and it doesn't fly.
No.
Like they don't want to hear that.
No,
they
don't.
want to know that
they want to hear, I stubbed my toe this morning, I hit my head on my car as I was out of oil, or whatever it is, stuff that people can relate to.
Yeah.
And that's really what kind of make, you look around and the big stars, they're gone.
Right.
They really are. I mean, we have Billy Dean. If you never met Billy or you haven't seen Billy's show, Billy's fantastic. He's got, when you watch Billy's show, you're like, wow, I didn't realize he sang that song. I completely and totally forgot that he sang this song. He's got a smoking band. Those boys play loud. Yeah. It's awesome. It really is a good, high-quality show. But outside of Billy, there's not really anybody, now that Gilly's gone, there's not really anybody here that has that instant name recognition, which gave way to shows like Clay Cooper and the Haygoods and AO. The Cole family, those kids are fantastic. That's one of my favorite shows in this town.
Well, what I want to do when we come back is talk about some trends that you've noticed over the last few years. So we'll be right back, coming to you from Mr. G's Pizza and Pub.